meeting. As President Toastmaster 28105, I officially open this meeting. All right. So our theme for today is like a butterfly. A couple of days ago, grandma of my student, one of my students' grandma, asked me, Miss Dini, what is life is like a butterfly? She was a teacher before and an English lecturer, so her English is very awesome. So she asked me about that one, and I'm wondering, life is like a butterfly. And then I realized something because I saw like two generations sat on the same table, the grandma and also the grandchildren, which is my student. And then as human being, we that transformation in our life. We pass that stage in our life. We transform into what we become now, and probably we will still do. We will still have another transformation until we have the better version of ourselves. So I'm thinking that will be a good theme for the meeting, because as Toastmasters, I believe that all of us here transform, become a better speakers. Since the beginning, you joined Toastmasters until now. Some already joined Toastmasters for 5 years, 7 years, or maybe just a year. But I believe that all of us here had experience that changed our life. All right, now, because we have the guest here, we have two guests. Haris. Haris actually is a long lost member from Eagle Toastmaster. And actually, he is a good speaker as well. I saw her joining the contest, and I love his speech about superhero, about Batman. I remember that one, and it's so funny. And also we have another guest here, Fika Ayub. If I'm not mistaken, Fika ever joined our meeting before. Hi, Fika. Are you here?
Hello. Yes.
Hi, Fika. Thank you for coming here. So you can check the agenda in our chat box. In every Toastmaster, we have 3 sessions. So today we will have 3 sessions, which is the first one, we will have the table topic session, where the guests, we welcome the guests and also member and also the guests to speak without any preparation. So you have to respond to the question or to any topics that our table topic master today will share. And our table topic master for today is seasoned Toastmaster that I mentioned before, that some of us already joined Toastmaster for some years. So this seasoned Toastmaster already joined Toastmaster very long, and he's still here. Uh, I will introduce him again later on. And then the second, we will have prepared speech session. Today we will have 3 speakers, and two of the speakers from our own club. We have Toastmaster Michael, and then we have Toastmaster from Malang, Toastmaster, and also Toastmaster Risa, our PTE. And we'll have event session. First, we do our project without teacher. We don't have any teacher in Toastmasters. We learn from our friends. We grow together. We transform together. So the evaluation session is a place where we learn from our fellow Toastmasters. And for that session, will be led by one of our fellow Toastmasters that come from far away from Surabaya, from Medan, sorry. She came from Medan. She willing to help us today. So, and she is a good speaker as well. Please help me welcome our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Angelica. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dini, our Tom, for today. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Angelica. Today I'm serving as the General Evaluator of the meeting. So, as a General Evaluator, I could say that I'm like the hidden camera. So what I need to do is just observing the whole meeting, observing each of you, and observing all the role takers. So yeah, I will be observing and I will be taking notes on the points of improvements of the meeting and also the things that this meeting has done well. And I will report back at the end of the session. And then, of course, I'm not alone. In my team, there are some roles as well, such as accounter, grammarian, timer, and ballot counter. So the first one, I'd like to welcome a man. This man, he says when I asked him about the best transformation that happened in his life, he said it's the moment when he started to join to do storytelling and story writing, especially when he starts his writing with his peers. Because doing the things that we like is fun, isn't it? And he feels that these activities make him feel happier, and at the same time, it's also his stress reliever. So please help me to welcome Postmaster Gunawan, our counter.
Hello, everyone. Is my voice clear? All right. Hi, coming all the way from North Sumatra. Here I am, Gunawan Jokro, and I will be your counter for today. Let me explain a bit about my role today. So the purpose of the counter is to note any overused word or filler sounds used as a crutch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Words may be inappropriate interjections, such as, and, well, but, so, and you know. And sounds could be all those unnecessary sounds that might come out whenever we speak in front of people. So I'll be taking notes for all over the meeting, and I'll be coming back to report back on my report at the end of the session. Oh, and another thing, remember how Angelica mentioned that story writing is my stress reliever? Do you guys want to know why it could relieve my stress? This is because if I have someone I dislike or I have enemy, usually I will use him or her as my character and I will make him suffer in my story a lot. So it makes me really happy. I'll be coming back at the end of the session.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing your secret with us, Toastmaster Gunawan, our counter. Next, I'd like to introduce another, this time it's a lady. So this lady, one of her best transformation in life is transforming from a schoolgirl into a working girl. Why? Because when she was a schoolgirl, she didn't have enough time and money to do what she wanted. And when she was a schoolgirl, she was also quite dependent to her friends. But now in her working circle, she is now a more independent woman. So please help me welcome our timer, Toastmaster Jahara.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Angelica. Hello, everyone, my fellow Toastmaster and distinguished guests. My name is Shahara, and now I'm serving as a timer. And now my duty as a timer is to watch the duration in every single speech. And there will three colors that I will use. One is the green for minimum time, And the second is yellow for medium time. And the last is red for maximum time. So please watch out my background and I will report my finding after each session. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jahara, our timer. Next, I'd like to call upon a man whose one of his best transformation is the transformation of his mindset. So this man, he said that he is very grateful of the transformation from fixed mindset into growth mindset because this has challenged him to learn new skills, become more resilient, and also attracted more opportunities to him. So everyone, please help me to welcome our ballot counter, Toastmaster Quiro.
Thank you, Toastmaster Angelica, for introducing me. Well, as Toastmaster Angelica mentioned, that changing our mindset is very. I was so grateful. I'm so grateful that I changed my mindset from fixed to growth mindset, so that I challenge myself to grow and do things that is coming to me. And for my role itself, the belt counter, today I'm doing two roles. For the first role, the belt counter is simply to, I will later launch a poll for speakers for either for table topics, prepare speech, and evaluation that you can vote, that you can choose as your favorite speaker in this today's meeting. And later at the end of the session, I will announce who is the favorite speaker for each session. So that's it for my role, and over to you, GE Toastmaster Angelica.
All right, thank you so much, our ballot counter, Toastmaster Quiro. And my last member in my team, I'd like to call upon a lady. So this lady, she told me that she had been through a lot of transformations throughout her life. Her personality changes, her preference changes, and she said that now she is personality and she now prefers to be in a smaller circle of people. Because she said that being in the crowd is helps her. So, anyway, and she loved this new transformation. She is now more comfortable with this new transformation. So, everyone, please help me to welcome our grammarian Toastmaster Dini.
Thank you so much, my dear General Evaluator. Now I would like to share, wait a minute, share screen. Yes, as the grammarian, my duty for today is to take notes any grammatical errors, like the awkward usage or the mispronunciation, but not other than that, I also take notes on the excellent use of words or phrases spoken by the speakers, and also I would like to take notes on the inspiring quotes. I hope that I will not miss that one because the quotes will be probably long. And then I also will count the word of the day. Our word of the day is erstwhile. Erstwhile. This is like a new word for me as well. The meaning of erstwhile is previous or former. It's an adjective. So for the example, the erstwhile member of Toastmasters now become a great and professional speakers, for example. Or you can use in any kind of context. And towards the end of our meeting, I will report you about my findings. And back to you, our GE.
All right, thank you so much, our grammarian Toastmaster Dini. So everyone, remember our word of the day is erstwhile. And try to inject this word whenever you have the chance to speak, okay? So with that, I will return it back to our Tom, Toastmaster Dini. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Angelica. And Good luck with the team because we have great speakers today. All right, now the first stop is table topic session, where the speakers come from the member and also the guests. And our table topics master for today is the seasoned Toastmaster, as I told you before, and he also joined the contest several times, representing our division G. And for that, without further ado, please help me welcome our table topic master for today, Toastmaster Chandra. The floor is yours.
Hi guys, can you hear?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes. We can.
All right, I need a volunteer. Who wants to come up first?
My name is Ravin. Can I be a volunteer, please?
Yes, please. Oh, you come from Kota Kinabalu.
Yes, I'm in Kuala Lumpur at this point of time.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I give you some inspirational quote and I want your response from the quote. Is it clear? Good enough?
Thank you. I can hear you very well, sir.
Because the topic of today is transformation, I'll give you some very positive quotes. Okay?
Yep.
All right. First positive quotes. Don't be too obsessed with what other people think of you. 99% of people doesn't care about you anyway. Is it clear? You want me to repeat the quote?
Please repeat the quote, sir.
Don't be too obsessed with what other people think of you. 99% of people doesn't care about you anyway.
Thank you very much for the topic this afternoon, Mr. Table Topic Master. The truth of the matter is people are too busy, absolutely too busy with their own problems. They have no time for your concerns. That is the truth of the matter. Now, if you don't believe me, the proof of the pudding is they will come to you only when they need you. When they don't need you, they don't even pass by to say hello to you. That's the truth. Absolute gospel truth. So the sooner you realize this, the better for your mind, body, and soul. End of the day, you stand on your own 2 feet. And you're perfectly capable in doing so because God has imbued you. Call it by any other name, nature, creator, whatever. You have all the resources to make a success of yourself on your own. Of course, it's good to network like we are doing here in Toastmasters. We need the support of each other, but don't be totally dependent on them. Go to them once in a while for network, camaraderie, esprit de corps, and that kind of stuff. But when it comes to the crux of the matter, you get up each time you fall down. Don't wait for mama to come back to you, picking you up even as a grown adult. No, it doesn't work that way. It's nice if they come to you as and when you wish. But no, as I told you right from the beginning, end of the day, stand on your own 2 feet. Don't count on anybody. Thank you, and back to you, Mr. Table Topic Master.
Wow, that was awesome. You did very well. Of course, I agree with you. Most people are unreliable, only come when they need us. Agree. All right, second question. Second statement to be more exact. Any volunteer? Yes, Mr. Harris. Please unmute yourself.
Hello.
All
Can you
right.
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. The next statement is, don't be afraid to get married even if you are poor, because the one that should be afraid is your future wife.
What?
I repeat the statement. Don't be afraid to get married even if you are poor, because the one that should be afraid is your future wife. How do you respond to that statement?
All right. So the question is very funny to me because, well, some people have different idea. I believe with you guys that some of you maybe agree that you don't have to worry when you want to go married while you are still poor. I believe with you that you have that faith in you, but some people may have that idea is kinda you know just uncomfortable idea. it's it's very funny question. Well, for me to be honest, I don't have to be afraid with my future wife because we have an agreement from our earlier relationship that we have to do this marriage together, even when we are still poor or maybe when still in the rich moment or something. We will to do it together. So there's nothing to be worried. What we have to be worried is maybe our own ego. Maybe we still in our own cocoon, we still haven't grown to a butterfly. We're still trapped in our ego and we hope that our ego will save ourselves. No. We have to do it together when we are in a marriage relationship. And don't you agree that people have their own idea about how to go a smooth relationship in marriage? I believe that, well, there's no one a very true statement about how to do this. Oh my God, what I'm saying. That's all.
So you are not afraid because you have premarital agreement. Very smart. Who cares about money when it's separated anyway? All right. Next speaker, next volunteer. Any volunteer? Guys, anyone? Or is it done? Only 2 participants?
Can I try?
Yes.
Oh, no, guess first. Fika wants to try.
All right, Vika. The question is, no, the statement is, if you think your friends have forgot you, try to borrow their money so they remember you.
Could you repeat? Sorry.
If you think your friend ignore you, if you think your friends forgot about you, borrow their money so they remember you.
Pardon, fix? Fix what? If you, sorry.
Or probably you
Can
can
you,
type the
would you mind if I type it in the chat box?
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry guys, technical problem.
Yeah.
If
A bit
you
problem.
think your friend, oh, thank you, forget about you, borrow their money. Can you read it? Sorry guys, please kindly wait, yeah. This kind of things happen. Eh? Okay. Can you repeat the question? Just to make sure you read it properly.
If you think your friends forget about you, borrow their money, so they will remember you.
Perfect.
Okay. Actually, whenever I at the glance, whenever I borrow money from my friend, yeah, I will uh give it back the money as soon as possible. So I so my friend will not come at my home or uh send me a text message to remind me about that money, because we as a friend we know that we have to make a good relationship. I mean, like we have to build our friendship good enough. So where I'm nervous. uh, so please, as possible, we cannot put money problem into our friendship. Just like consider it if we work as an employee, we need to be professional. Uh, we cannot mix our money problem into one. Yeah, I think that's all. Sorry.
A person like you is a banker's dream. So if a bank found people like you, they'll be very happy. Always remember to return the money that you borrow, guys. That's the virtue of life. All right. Any other participant? Or we close the session with 3 people?
Toastmaster Michael want to try. And then later on, Sena, and after that, Glenn.
All right.
We have 3 speakers.
Mr. Michael, do you heard of the name Mohtar Lubis?
No.
Mohtar Lubis is an Indonesian journalist, very famous, but he lived like 50 years ago.
Okay.
So yeah, the second, this part of the table topic questions is about his book, Manusia Indonesia, The Humans of Indonesia. All right, so the first statement in his book, he wrote 6 characteristics of the Indonesian people in general. Here is his first statement. So those are just the intro. This is like the real stuff. Most Indonesian people are hypocritical. How do you respond to that? Most Indonesian people are hypocritical. Munafik, hypocrite. Is it clear?
Yes.
All right.
To some degree, I believe that people has a self-defense mechanism. It doesn't care whether you're Indonesian or American or Japanese. Whenever you are put in a position that makes you unstable or attacked, it may come a time that you might be able to put your second face right. But I believe that doesn't give us a right to do that. And there's a lot of different characters in people, and not all of people are hypocritical. I believe there's a lot of great people in this world, and sometimes we just might have to be able to pardon people, or there are some things that force them to do that. So it might not be their true self. So I believe that we should try to see the positive side for each people and try to learn about the story of their life, and you may know about the real them. That's it. Thank you.
Very nice statement. Well done, well done. So yeah, we cannot overgeneralize everyone. So you are in the borderline of agree and disagree. Fine. All right, second speaker.
Glenn want to try.
Glenn? I'm sorry, I don't see Glenn. Where is Glenn?
I'm here.
Oh, Glenn. Oh, so you cannot open your video?
I apologize.
It's okay.
I'm still
It's okay,
in the car,
Glenn.
sadly.
It's okay, sir. So the second statement is still from the same book. The second statement is most Indonesians are irresponsible. Most Indonesians are irresponsible. So do you agree or do you disagree?
That is a very interesting statement, Chandra. When we do hear the word Indonesian here, we of course like to assume or stereotype the fact that it is a generalization of who we are as an individual. However, I do believe that such things are more of a more significant subjective meaning, where if someone is irresponsible, it is more towards themselves. However, what I like to point out is how such thing was generalized in the first place, which is something I that piques my interest in this case, as how we were envisioned or how we are seen in another country, in this case by other people. In that point, I do like to tell or give an example on how people might see each other in a different manner. How we, for example, see Balinese people as a more laid back people, or maybe Jakarta people as a more fast paced individual. I think the term of generalization here, especially as Indonesian, can be a little rough. Although, of course, it's not the perfect definition. But again, everyone is entitled to their own opinion, which we, of course, must respect. Thank you.
Good job. So yeah, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. All right, last question. Who's the last speaker?
Sena?
Sena, where are you? Michi, Haris, Grammarian, Dia, Koirul, Megan, Antasena.
Yes, Antasena.
Antasena. Can you hear me? Would you mind to unmute yourself? Hello. I will count to 15, and then if you don't answer until 15, we'll just close the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, guys, thank you very much. You guys have been a very pleasant audience. I'm very pleased to be your host, to be your table topic master, and I hope you have fun with the questions. All right? Yeah, remember, if you are poor, don't be afraid. Your future wife is afraid. Yeah. All right. See you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chandra. What a tough questions you have. Seriously, very tough question, but fun at the same time. That's good. Okay, so our timer, Toastmaster Zahara, already put the report for timer. Okay, now, now Sena is here. Probably Sena will say something later on. Sena, okay? I will give you question later on at the end. Okay, now we come to the next stop, which is prepared speech session. So in prepared speech, this is the place for the members will do their project from the manual that they get from Toastmasters International. We have 3 speakers for today. The first one, Toastmaster Michael, will deliver his third speech, actually. His third speech on persuasive influence. So this one is the speech when he should implement the feedback from the first speaker, from the first speech. And today, his evaluator will be our Vice President of Public Relations. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Jeffrey to read the purpose statement. Floor is yours, Toastmaster Jeffrey.
Okay, thank you, Tom. So, hello everyone, I'm Jeffrey. I'm the first evaluator. I will evaluate the speech from Toastmaster Michael. And in today's meeting, Toastmaster Michael is going to deliver the second speech of his level 1 project 2. His speech will be 5 to 7 minutes, and the purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. It is also for the member to demonstrate that he or she
has applied the feedback received from his or her first speech. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Toastmaster Michael Briggs of Clubhouse. Briggs of Clubhouse, Toastmaster Michael.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jeffrey. Okay, so I'd like to ask anyone here. So anyone here a tech savvy? Can you guys imagine talking directly to Elon Musk? Can you imagine how great it's gonna be if you can just speak directly right with him? Or maybe anyone here, a Harry Potter fan? Can you picture yourself, maybe Dini or Jeffrey or Koirul, speaking to Harry Potter himself, ask him about a secret spell? Well, thanks to today's advanced technology, the Reason Rising application called the Clubhouse has made all of this very possible. So I believe that maybe a lot of you have already heard about the Clubhouse application, right? If not, don't worry, I'm gonna give you a brief explanation about the Clubhouse application. So basically, Clubhouse application is an application that allows people to create an audio room with a given topic as a title. In that room, there's gonna be a moderator and a speaker. And you guys, whoever use the application, can browse through the rooms and choose to go into the room. In that room, you can try to just sit back and listen to whatever the people were speaking there, or you can raise your hand and ask some question. Well, we all know that there's no doubt that today's advanced technology has created social media very beneficial in our life. For me personally, I use social media such as Instagram to showcase my work, to find future inspiration, and also reach out with many people. I also use WhatsApp to contact a lot of people, to just keep in touch and share some information with them. However, there's also a lot of negative side effects to social media. For instance, the Instagram has believed to be causing a lot of depression amongst the young people. And whereas WhatsApp has promoted a lot of negative hoax and misguiding information to be easily spread out to a lot of people. And today, I would like to discuss specifically about the potential risks of the Clubhouse application. Let me start by addressing the beneficial effect from Clubhouse application. We may learn a lot of new things from this application by going into a room with some people that we may look up to inside. We may receive a lot of positive or insights that may help us in our life. However, since there's no filter and we cannot choose whoever can go into that room, there might be some materials that are not appropriate for some certain groups or some certain people. And secondly, I also would like to share my personal experience while using that application. Firstly, when I was using that application, I found out that that application, I end up wasted a lot of time there. In that room that I was lured in because of the topics that they were going to discuss, they were going very out of topic, and it's not something that I would like to go inside that room. And so today, I'd like to offer a possible solution to this problem that I might facing in this Clubhouse application. First, I think there should be a filter and a restriction feature to this application. So in that room, people might be able to set up for certain people or certain age group that should be able to come into that room. And secondly, I also believe that there should be a ranking system to the moderator so that their skilled moderator might be able to host the room better, and they can redirect people when they have gone out of topics, or just close the room when the discussion has already reached its conclusion. And finally, I'd like to conclude with this statement that social media has always gonna have two effects in our life. It's gonna bring a lot of positive and also negative. Therefore, as people, we should be wise in using their services. Well, thank you for listening to my speech today. Back to Toastmaster Koirul. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Michael. Well, it's supposed to be back to me as the Toastmaster of the meeting or the MC of this meeting.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. It's a great speech. I heard about Clubhouse, and I do agree with you that it's supposed to have a ranking system for the speakers as well. So we get the knowledge from the prominent one. All right. Now, our second speakers is our fellow Toastmasters from Malang. She is a private tutor, a teacher, and she is a very cheerful lady, a very cheerful young lady. And today she will do the elective project from level 3, and it's said about connect with storytelling. So for this one, her evaluator will be Toastmaster Koirul. Toastmaster Koirul, floor is yours, time is yours to read the objective purpose for this project. Toastmaster Koirul, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, all right.
Right. So good afternoon, everyone, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests. For this speech, the purpose of her speech is for the member to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story. So, and the title for this speech is The Fill-In. The Fill-In, Toastmaster Lita, Toastmaster Lita, The Fill-In.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Okay.
you are.
Thank you. Right. When I was a kid, I like to watch action movies. And in action movies, there are villains and superheroes. So as a kid, I really like to be the superhero. And everything that against me becomes the villain. One of the villain is this, Jamu. And Jamu has been notoriously bitter, pungent, and sometimes spicy. The spiciness can burn my tongue. And how it's just against me because I didn't like it back then. And people seems to see that it is healthy. Jamu is an herbal drink that makes people feel energetic and powerful. So back then I have kind of imagination that probably I can start a Jamu attack system, like the shield in the Avengers movie. So fellow Toastmaster, Jamu attack system for those who hate Jamu and those who like Jamu. Back then when I was a kid, I had a lot of things that is really painful for me because I have a pre-existing condition that is allergy. And my allergy started from milk and then egg, even tomatoes. They are allergic to me. So food can become poison for my body. Sometimes it shows up for my skin. It has some skin rashes or hives, or sometimes it is become a mouth ulcer in my mouth. Now, back then when I was a kid, I didn't like to eat as well because I need to I chew the food really slowly, and the food that is given for me can be eaten like an hour. So my body back then was so skinny, and my mom was afraid that I was undernourished. So she didn't have any golden spoon inside her mouth. Then she gave a regular spoon along with jamu for me. I didn't remember the name of the jamu that is given to me, but this jamu, this notorious jamu, has a greenish gray color and it's powdery and it's super bitter. The other jamu has really spicy taste that can burn my mouth. And I think it just prolonged the painful, simple disease like mouth ulcer because it heals like 1 or 2 days. However, because my mom gave me a lot of jamu, I have a bit I'm feeling a bit tolerate on the jamu itself. So I like spicy food right now. And also one of the favorite food is the bitter gourd. Little that people know, it comes from a torture from my mom. Then I was invited for a forum group discussion, and this forum group discussion was talking about jamu. So in this time, I spew my rage like a flowing lava from a volcano. How this stupid hatred toward jamu can bring this unkept secret that I have. So I tell everybody I hate jamu. Jamu is terrible. And he said to me, what if the jamu is changed and then you use another name? I remember there is one favorite drink that I had with my friend. It consists of lemongrass, star anise, and honey. It's really nice. It's like bringing back a childhood memory. It has a lot of spice and wait. Doesn't it like jamu? It's jamu after all. And I was shocked at that time. Turns out I love jamu. So I think I have another point of view for this feeling of my life. And jamu is not a torture for me. It's not supposed to be a torture because jamu is knowledge, an ancient knowledge of herbal drink given from parents to children. Then the children later become parents who give it to children, and it goes on throughout generation. And in this life, I think this life is not an action movie at all. So there is no feeling, there is no superhero. But I believe one thing, jamu is just a form of love from parents to children. So, because it is life and it is not an action movie, I believe there is love. Back to you, Toastmaster Ludo Meeting.
Great speech, Toastmaster Lita. Well, I think you should change your name not from cold soju into cold jamu. All right, I believe that one will taste better. Great speech. I like the storytelling. All right, now our last speaker. Well, this one actually the same like Toastmaster Lita. Our next speaker will do her level 3 elective project. So because this one is elective project, members are free to choose which project that suit to their progress later on. So our next speaker is our lovely Vice President of Education. Some members said that she quite like to nagging, but I believe that because she wants to see the member transform into their better self. All right, so our next speaker, Toastmaster Lisa, will be evaluated by one of our fellow Toastmasters from Bhinneka, if I'm not mistaken. Toastmaster Luffy from Bhinneka Toastmasters Club. Yes, from Bhinneka Toastmasters Club. This one is an Toastmaster Club online actually, and this one is our little brother in Division G. So without further ado, Toastmaster Lufti, can you read the purpose statement for Toastmaster Lisa's project?
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Dini. Today I will evaluate Toastmaster Lisa with her level 3 elective project. The title of her the speech is A Journey to Celebrate. The duration of the speech is 3 to 4 minutes. A Journey to Celebrate. Toastmaster Lisa, the floor is yours.
The journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. It is a beautiful quote by a Chinese philosopher called Lao Tzu that reminds us to take that step of courage to start our journey. Ladies and gentlemen, as the Vice President of Education of Surabaya Heroes, today I'm given the privilege to celebrate a wonderful journey of our member. And I would like to invite all of us here to also celebrate his successful first step in transforming like a butterfly. And today is the award of the EXCO of the Year. Well, all of EXCOs in Surabaya Heroes work really hard to arrange every meeting and also to introduce Toastmasters to public so that they can feel all of its benefit. And I would say that all EXCOs deserve this recognition, but there's this one EXCO who actually stands out within his year of service. Well, he volunteered many hours for our club, although he was really busy with his career as an ISO staff in the palm oil industry. He keeps on investing his best effort and also planting his thoughts into action and fruitful results. Ladies and gentlemen, dedication is the hours we put when nobody's watching. And you might be surprised. At first, you don't realize it, but if you take a look at our Instagram account, which is Surabaya Heroes, you'll be amazed by how much dedication he puts into it. And I would say, I would admit too, Surabaya Heroes is not a huge club. We always need members to support us. We have very limited manpower. But this member, well, everybody is busy and also our social media cannot be handled well, but this member takes initiative to design beautiful pictures and flyers and also create insightful content and send reminders to our guests for every regular meeting that we have. Isn't it amazing? As a result, many people get to know our club, and also many members from other clubs keep asking us, who is the man behind your social media? It's really impressive. And also we managed to attract many guests, and at least one of them converted into member. Apart from all of his contribution in Surabaya Heroes, he's a very enthusiastic young member who travels a lot from club to club across division. Well, he seems to never be tired of learning. At some point, I really envy him, probably because he's still young and I'm old. He's also an easygoing person, as his presence brings so much joy to our club. That is why he deserves this award the most. So without further ado, I would like to announce. Wait, I'm going to share my screen. I would like to present this award to I hope you can see the screen now. to our Vice President of Public Relations. Congratulations. This honorary award is for Toastmasters Jeffrey Laksana Putra, the EXCO of the year. Please, I would like to invite all of you to give a round of applause to our Toastmasters Jeffrey. Well, last but not least, Toastmasters Jeffrey, I'm glad I can be the witness of your exciting journey, your transformation journey, and I am really impressed by your creativity and also commitment. But remember, this is not the end because we are going to have so much fun in this club. And when we look back, we are going to be amazed because this is the journey we are going to always remember and celebrate. Back to Tom.
Wow, I'm touched. Great speech, Toastmaster Lisa. So even though this one is a project, but I believe Toastmaster Lisa speak from her heart. Thank you for representing myself also as the president of this club to give this award to Toastmaster Jeffrey. Great job. All right, so that's all from all the speakers in prepared speech speakers. Everyone are great speakers, from Toastmaster Michael, who did his level 1 project, until we have another 2 members who delivered their level 3 project, which is elective project. And yes, in Toastmaster, with the new project manual, we have vast choice, vast option on the project for us to be a good communicator, effective communicator, and also a good leader. Thank you. Congratulations to all speakers. Great job. All right. Now, I think before we move to the last session, which is evaluation session, it will be good if we cast the ballot to choose the favorite speakers for table topic and also the prepared speech. Ballot counter, are you ready for the poll?
Yes, for the table topic, I'm ready, and I would like to confirm for the prepared speech speaker that Toastmaster Lisa is not eligible to be voted. Does she? Because the timing is 4:14. What is her time?
Actually, my speech is 3 to 4 minutes.
Oh, 3 to 4 minutes. Oh, all right.
3 to 4, still eligible to be voted. This one is 4:14.
All right.
Okay.
So,
yes, all eligible to be voted. Yeah.
Moment. I'll just launch the poll for the table topic speaker first. Yeah, you can just choose your favorite one. Right. So 2 people left. 2. Still waiting for 2 people. Right. All right then. So we've got the favorite table topic speaker. Now let me launch the next one. The prepared speech speaker. A moment. Yep, so there are 3 speakers: Toastmaster Michael, Toastmaster Lita, and Toastmaster Lisa. Yep, still waiting for some people to vote. All right. So thank you very much for voting your favorite speakers for both table topics and the prepared speech session. Thank you. I'll be back at the end of the session.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Koirul. Now it's time for the evaluation session. So for that, please help me welcome our lovely general evaluator from Medan, very far, Toastmaster Angelica. Floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, our Tom Toastmaster Dini. Back again with me as your general evaluator. So right now we are on the evaluation session where there will be 3 evaluators to evaluate each prepared speech speakers. The first speaker, it will be a man whose best transformation in life is his journey in Toastmasters itself. Joining Toastmasters 1.5 years ago, from the moment he delivered his very first speech, he could feel his fear of speaking in front of public has faded gradually. And now he enjoys the transformation happening and is even more ready to metaphor himself into a better version of him. So who is that guy? Please help me to welcome our first evaluator, Toastmaster Jeffrey, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Michael.
Thank you, GE. So is there anyone here didn't get something positive from Toastmaster Michael's speech? No, absolutely. Because it is a very informative speech and I get something positive from about a topic which is Clubhouse. One thing that I would like to highlight from Toastmaster Michael is that you open with a question. You let the audience think about something new and something that we can believe that it could be possible for us. Like example, we talk with Elon Musk, which is the most famous in the world, and you are sorry, I was gonna, because this informative speech you explain about the benefits and also the risks of a Clubhouse. You explain it quite detailed, and you put an example of the real life of you. You also put your personal experience by using a Clubhouse, and you tell the audience about the risks of having a Clubhouse. And in the end, you also suggest about the solution that you can implement when you having a risk of the Clubhouse. And now let's move to room for improvements. Because this kind of informative speech, I believe that it's better for you to put at least 3 points to make audience get more something positive. So in order to engage more audience attention, because you deliver some points of the risky of a Clubhouse, I think it will be better. It will be more interesting for you to use your hand gesture properly. Like example, when you mention the first risk of a Clubhouse, you can use your hands like this one first, and then you go to seconds, and then you go to 3, 4, and extra. Because as I noticed during your speech, I didn't see any hand gesture appear from your speech. You just use your facial expression and your vocal variety. It's good. Whereas I will suggest that you can also put your hand gesture to showing up on your screen, because it will be effect on your speaking performance. Overall, I believe that it's a really good speech. You arrange speech quite properly. You start with a question, and then you explain about the possible benefit and the risky of a Clubhouse, and then you put your personal story, and then at the end you give your suggestion when someone have a risky or problem with a Clubhouse. In the future, as this is your second speech and your first speech is for you to work more on eye contact and gesture, and in your speech line, I will suggest that in your future speech, you will work more on your speech line, make it more, make it longer, so everyone will get more something positive from your speech. That's all from me. Thank you. Back to GE.
Thank you so much, our first evaluator, Toastmaster Jeffrey. Now we'll go on to our next evaluator. If just now, one of his best transformation was from fixed mindset to growth mindset, another best transformations in his life was shifting his career from a teacher into a designer and entrepreneur. So please help me to welcome our second evaluator, Toastmaster Quirrell, who will evaluate Toastmaster Lita. Floor is yours.
Am I audible? Am I visible? So, Toastmaster Lita, congratulations for delivering your project in using story or using delivering speech as a story. And when you begin your speech and you try to bring that the story of heroes and the villain, Avengers and its enemy, I thought that you were going to tell about national heroes, considering that the thing that you mentioned earlier and your costume. I thought that that was the way you will bring the story, the way you will bring your speech, and you try to connect it with your own experience, your own life when you were childhood or something like that. Turns out it was different. So it was different from my expectation, and I think as I learned here in Toastmaster that we can build expectation, but also we can build something else that is unexpected things in our speech, so that our speech is not 100% predictable, but you can give something new to the audience. It is the surprise effect for the audience, and you did it in your speech from heroes that are in my mind into jamu or herbal drinks. That's why when I put the comment, I said Nyonya Menir, because that's the image that I get from you when you are delivering your speech and you are talking about jamu or the herbal drinks. That's the first thing that I would like to say, that the costume and also the story twist everything in my mind. Secondly, the thing that I would like to comment, and that is that you did it very well, was that you open it with a story about heroes, the villain, and at the end of the story, you wrap it again with the same thing, the heroes and also the villain, so that the audience, you help the audience to connect from the beginning until the end. The thing that I think you can improve to make your story, your speech even better is that, because I noticed that you were using mobile phone to deliver your speech, it is better, I think, if you put your mobile phone into the eye level, because you don't need to look down, and you can sit, you can just stand straight and move freely, and also your eye contact is eye level with the audience. I think it will be better for you to delivering your speech. And also, if you want to put some notes for your speech, I think it will be better if you place it next to the camera or right behind it, so that it is unnoticeable whenever you try to look at your notes. Last thing for you is that, to challenge you, try to inject a monologue, a dialogue into your speech. Overall, that's great, and over to you, G.
All right, thank you so much, our second evaluator, Toastmaster Quirrell. Now we'll proceed to the next evaluator, the third evaluator of today. He is a man who was once a debater, and after retiring from his debating world, he lost his media to speak, and that was when he was introduced to Toastmasters. And here, he experienced his best transformation in life, which is transforming from a debater into a full-time public speaker. So everyone, please help me to welcome our third evaluator, Toastmaster Lufty, who will evaluate Toastmaster Lisa. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, GE. Today I will evaluate Toastmaster Lisa on her third project. And first of all, I really like how she opens the speech by giving a quote. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with one single step. And because the project was to give an honor speech, in this case to Toastmaster Jeffrey, what I love the most about her speech is first, her enthusiasm, which is contagious and attracts the audience to watch her speech. Number two, what I love from her speech is that this is a very personal speech, because if you don't know Toastmaster Jeffrey, then you don't know how to give him an honor, right? So because of the personal stories, is very relatable with all of us as Toastmasters. So I think it gives an added value to her speech. Now, if I could give a recommendation for Toastmaster Lisa, first I would like to recommend her to have a stable internet connection, since this is an online environment. So it's very important to have a stable connection, because for a few seconds I see her screen freezing. Now, second of all, what I would like to recommend to Toastmaster Lisa, because this is a honorary speech, so it doesn't have to be too formal, because I would suggest that Toastmaster Lisa would give a kind of humor, and then not the kind of roasting thing speeches, but to add more humor about Toastmaster Jeffrey, to light up the speech. And then that is the two recommendations that I would give to Toastmaster Lisa. So all in all, what I've seen from Toastmaster Lisa's speech today is, number one, I love her enthusiasm in delivering her speech, which gives a good engagement to the audience. Number two, I also love how the personal story is very relatable with all of us as Toastmaster, who started from the early beginning and then until the end. And then I would also recommend Toastmaster Lisa to have a more stable internet connection. And number two, to add more humor to her speech, to light up the honorary speech. I guess that's all from me. Thank you very much. Back to you, GE.
All right, thank you so much, our third evaluator, Toastmaster Lufty. So now that's for our evaluation session of today. Allow me to call our timer for the timer report. Okay, it's sent to the chat box. Thank you, our timer, Toastmaster Jahara. Now we are going to proceed to the general evaluator session. So first of all, I'd like to call my team. The first one will be my counter, Toastmaster Gunawan. Please, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. As promised, I'm back to report the counter report in the end of this session. So let's start with the very beginning. Who the president and also happened to be the Tom for today, Toastmaster Dini. More than 7 times, repetition, so, and. And the general evaluator, Toastmaster Angelica, you have some interjections. So, oh, okay, and me myself, I said 3 times. I counted myself, so don't worry. I'm being fair with everyone here. So, the grammarian, Toastmaster Dini, the one with double N, because there are 2 people named Dini today. Grammarian Dini, you have 1 For the timer, Miss Zahara, 1 1 As the ballot person, Mr. Coirel, 2 1 repetition, well, more than 7 times. Moving on to table topic master, Mr. Chandra, 3 times, soya, repetition 1 time. The first table topic speaker, Mr. Raven, clear. Second table topic speaker, Mr. Harris, Repetition, so, you know, and interjections 3 times. The third speaker, Miss Vika Ayu, more than 7 times, 1 times and then repetition 2, 2. The fourth speaker, Mr. Michael, repetition you are, and then 7 times. The fifth table topic speaker, Mr. Glenn, clear. So before I move on, Mr. Glenn, your voice remind me of the listening section of TOEFL and IELTS. It's like very clear, one line, and everything is pronounced perfectly. I don't know how you do that, but congrats to you. I won't be able to do that. Okay, moving on to the first speaker. Moving on to the first speaker, Mr. Michael, 4 times, 1 time. And then the second speaker of the prepared speech, Miss Lita, repetition, it's, and then 1 times The third speaker, Miss Lisa. Okay, at this part, I have to admit there is either there is a internet connection problem with mine or with yours, but I found no inappropriate interjections or sounds, so it's clear for Toastmaster Lisa. Now moving on to the first evaluator, Mr. Jeffrey, more than 7 times and then 1 time Second evaluator, Mr. Coirol, 4 times, more than 7 times, repetition the and repetition you will. The third evaluator, Mr. Lufti, more than 7 times. That's all for my report. Counter report, sorry. I need water. That's it for my counter report, and see you on another meeting. That's it for my report. Bye-bye.
Thank you, our control Toastmaster Gunawan. Please stay here first. Don't say goodbye first. The meeting hasn't ended yet. Okay, thank you so much for your detailed report, Toastmaster Gunawan. Now, let's proceed to the next team of mine. The next one is our grammarian, Toastmaster Dini. Toastmaster Dini, the floor is yours.
Yes, so now it's time for the grammarian report. Yes, our word of the day is erstwhile, and then now the awkward usage. Actually, I didn't really find like fatal grammatical errors from the speakers, and yeah, I'm happy. And probably one thing that I took note is the phrase "go married." Probably the better one is get married or is married. So if I get married, not I go married, I get married with somebody and blah, blah, blah. And the next one is the mispronunciation. The first word is probably a common word for us, but I heard somebody said own, so it should be own. So don't change the first letter of the word with a sound, but with just own. And then the second word is hypocritical, because I heard somebody said hypocritical, and I searched in dictionary, it should be hypocritical. So the PO letter there should be pronounced as P. And then the next word is virtue. Probably we are familiar with virtue with the E sound there, but it should be a sound. Virtue. It's a little bit long. Virtue. And then the next one should be longer. So there is a G sound, a double G sound there, longer. And then the next one is the excellent use of words of phrases. I love the usage of these words or phrases like growth mindset. This is like new thing for me. And camaraderie, like fellowship or friendship. And then also imbue. This is like a really new word for me. It means pervade, influence, or inject, or permeate. So I find a lot of synonyms for this one word. And then I love how somebody said significant instead of important. And then efficient means visualize. And then also somebody said premarital agreement. I think I really hear Toastmasters members talk about these phrases. And then the next word is fruitful. It means valuable. And then, yeah, I found so many inspiring quotes. The first one is, at the end of the day, you stand on your own 2 feet and you are capable to do so because God is imbued you. It means that God is inside you. He is the one who gives you the power. And then always pay back the money you borrow because it's the virtue of life. And then we have to be worried with our own ego. We're probably trapped in our own cocoon or in our own ego. We might think that we're the ones who save ourselves. I think that's very deep and meaningful quote. Next one is jamu, is the form of love between the parents and their children. And the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step, and dedication is hours we put when nobody is watching. And yes, the word of the day is mentioned only by our general evaluator, Toastmasters Angelica. Thank you. So I hope that next time after this meeting, you will use our word of the day everywhere and practice it more often, erstwhile. So, yep, thank you. Back to you, our general evaluator.
Thank you very much, our grammarian Toastmaster Dini. All right, now it's time for me to have my general evaluator report. I think this might take quite long, but since I still have around 10 minutes, so I'll just do report the whole thing. Okay, so the first thing, I'll start from an evaluation of the before meeting. I noticed that an temporary WhatsApp group was created yesterday at 11 a.m., around 11 a.m. And that is a good thing to do because it helps to organize the pre-meeting role takers. And it also helps to keep all the role takers updated, especially the agenda, the role takers, and else. And then there is one suggestion from me personally, is to set the group minimal 2 days before the meeting. So you can set it around Thursday so that just in case there are any role takers that are too busy, if they miss the first night, then they can still read it the next day. Just in case they need any preparation or they want to add something, they have enough time to do so. Okay, and then for the publication itself, I noticed that the flyer was published 4 days ago on Instagram, which is on Tuesday, and I think that was a great job. It was just the proper timing. And then I also noticed that you put the Zoom link directly on Instagram bio. That was amazing because we love something instant, and with that bio on the link, we just need to have one click and we can go to the room directly. But I have one concern that maybe you can consider as well. You can also consider to include the meeting ID in the flyer. Why? Because if you put the, if you only mention the Zoom link, the bit.ly link, then maybe it would help it will help the member or guest who join from the phone, who join from Instagram or from WhatsApp. But for those who join from PC, from laptop, they need to key in the link first. And the case is, this link is case sensitive. So when you forgot to put the capital word, the link doesn't work anymore. For some people who are digitally proficient, maybe they might know that, oh, because I didn't put the capital words. But for those who don't, they might get confused because the link doesn't work. So you can put both the link and also the meeting ID on both the flyer and also the broadcast message on WhatsApp group. Okay, and then, oh, the next thing is the flyer is very eye-catching. So great job to the public relations. It's now Toastmaster Jeffrey for creating such a clean, tidy flyer, and it also implies our theme of the day because it has the picture of butterfly in it. And for the flyer itself, I would recommend to also include the contact person, and also the word of the day. Because I personally, during the meeting, I suddenly forgot the word of the day, and I tried to find it everywhere, but I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it on the flyer, and there is no any information on the broadcast message as well. So yeah, you can also include it. And for the contact person itself, is just in case there is someone who wants to know more first before joining. Yeah, but I also noticed that you put your Instagram account there. So yeah, I think that's enough as well, but it will be better with contact person. Okay, and now we go to the meeting itself. First of all, the room was opened at 1:33 p.m. by the SAA Toastmaster Choir Roll. That was great because it was half hour before the meeting starts. And then at 1:39 p.m., the president joined the room. And here's the thing. After you open the room, it's recommended for every club officers to stand by in the room so that if there is any guests or any visiting members coming in, they don't feel confused, they don't feel awkward because there is only blank screens in their screen. Because just now I noticed that at 1:43 p.m., a guest, I think it's Glenn, he joined for a while and then after that he left. I don't know why. Maybe I don't know why, but it would be better if once he joined the room, there is someone welcoming him, greeting him, so that he would feel more welcome and warm. Okay, and then after that, the meeting starts exactly at 2 p.m. That was a great job. And oh, one thing, before the Tom started the meeting, I noticed that Toastmaster Dini announced to everyone to rename their Zoom name according to their roles. But after that, the fact is some people still didn't rename their name here. Okay, so I would recommend to do it. Either the host or any co-host can help to rename all the participants. So it would be more professional to do so, or you can also announce it on the chat box to remind everyone to rename their name instead of announcing it verbally, because it will be better to use those time to connect more with the members and the visiting guests. Okay, and next, okay, the next one is my evaluator to the Toastmaster of the meeting, which is Toastmaster Dini again. Okay, so the first you start with an introduction of the theme of the meeting. And then what I love here is you also call its guests, because you miss the welcoming at the beginning before the meeting starts, but you still do it here. So it is filled, the hall is filled, okay? And then you also explain about the meeting format, and then you also introduce the TTM and speakers in a great way. But my recommendation is to have a more official opening, because personally, when you started the meeting, I remember you said something like, all right, everyone, we will start the meeting, something like that. I didn't remember the exact words, but I think it would be better. It would be even better if you can start something with something more official, something more like, oh, the meeting has started. So you can say something like, welcome everyone to Surabaya Heroes meeting, or something like that. So you can make it more official. So it's a click, oh, the meeting has started. Okay. And then the next would be our table topic master. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations to you because you have brought the table topic session amazingly. People enjoyed your session, and then you also have possessed those energetic soul, and also inject some humor in your session. And then what you did well was you call on the guests and the members without roles. Some suggestion from me is before you start throwing questions to the participants, you can explain the table topic roles and also a brief explanation about what table topic is, because there are some guests here who might not understand what table topic is. And then about the question itself, our theme of the day is live like a butterfly. So it's about transformation. And I would recommend to choose the words or the phrases or the questions that are more connected to that theme itself, so that when people answer it, they can connect that question to the theme of the day, and also it will be easier for them to include the word of the day to your questions. And then the third thing is people love to be heard. Okay, people love being heard. And what I noticed was during some sessions, you were laying back on your chair, something like this. And I think it would be better if you can keep your posture like this during your whole session, so that people feel they are being heard, so that every speaker, they know that you are paying attention to him or her. And the last point is, I think a table topic master, one of his job is to encourage everyone to speak, to encourage every speaker to speak. And during the last speaker, you did a countdown, a 15-second countdown. And for me, myself, I feel that, oh my God, it feels like I'm being punished. Like I have to do something quickly. So instead of doing counting down, maybe what you can do is you can try to call her name 3 times, and you can put in some encouraging words so that if she is silent, she won't feel so anymore. Okay. Oh my God. It's been 10 minutes. Okay, the next one is all right. Now we go to the prepared speech session. What I love from this session is there is an explanation of the speaker's project and objectives. Okay, and then to the evaluation session itself, every evaluators did great, and you all include the plus point, the positive point, and then the room of improvement. And also I noticed that Toastmaster Jeffrey and Lufty include summary in their evaluation. So summary is one of the important points in doing evaluation. And then one suggestion from me is tips that I'll read from the book Speak to Impress by one of the international speech champion, Darren Tai. He said, when we evaluate, try to evaluate like a parents who are guiding a young baby. So it would be better if all of us could try to inject encouraging or motivating words at the end of every of our evaluation, so that people feel, oh yeah, people feel motivated. Okay, the next one, it will be our timer. For our timer, Toastmaster Johara, you were doing great because being a timer required focus all the time. And then you also send us your timer report in writing through the chat box. My recommendation is to specify the timing details when you introduce yourself. Because again, there are guests here, so people might not know how long they need to talk. So you can specify the timing, the allocated timing for each session. Okay, and then the next one is the R counter. Our R counter is Toastmaster Gunawan. thank you so much for your very detailed observation. You not only count our filler words, you also count the repetition and also interjections. That was amazing. And what's more amazing is you also counted your own self. Okay, so, and the next one is our grammarian, Toastmaster Dini. So Toastmaster Dini, I amaze your attractive slide and structured report. You started with awkward usage, mispronunciation, excellent usage of words, and also inspiring quotes. And then you also insert the sample question for the word of the day. My recommendation is to also include that sample sentence in your slide so that we can read and you also read it up. You also read it for us. So it's like double effect. We read it and then you read it for us so that the word of the day would more to our mind. And then you can also remind the word of the day on the chat box so that the speakers during table topic session remember to use that. Okay, and the last one is ballot counter. Our ballot counter is Toastmaster Quirrell. Thank you. You have utilized the polling feature on Zoom because it's the best way to do a voting. It's efficient and it's quick and sweet. So that was a great job, our ballot counter. Overall, I do enjoy the meeting. And what I love the most is the meeting stays on track. I mean, the meetings is all on time. And hopefully this evaluation didn't hurt you because I'm just finding out what I feel and what I think still could be improved. So thank you very much for listening to me. With this, I'd like to throw it back to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Dini.
Thank you, Toastmaster Angelica. Wow, it's very detailed and I love the way you giving your evaluation. And this one is a good feedback because you show us what best that we already do and what should we improve on the next meeting. Very good. Thank you, our general evaluator, Toastmaster Angelica. I love it very much. Okay, next, before I forget, before we announce the favorite speakers for table topics and also prepared speech, I think our ballot counter ready for the favorite speaker for evaluation, favorite evaluator. Okay, now can you launch the poll, please? I think ballot counter, you still mute.
Yep.
Okay, done. All right. If you're already done with the ballot, now...
one person left.
Oh yeah.
Because it's tie.
Okay. Ooh, wow, great. Okay. We think about that one later. Now, can we take a picture first? I forget asking about that one. By the way, Toastmaster Rita, I love your dress. Nice blouse.
Thank you so much.
Nice blouse. White.
Can everyone turn on their camera, please? Everyone?
Having early Kartini.
Right. So 3 people. Fika, do you want to turn on your camera? Oh, can you turn on your camera? Chandra also, and Glenn, if possible. Right. So without further ado, right. In 3, 2, 1. A moment. Once more. Oh, Vika is still adjusting her camera. Right. So in 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Koirul. Are you ready with the ballot?
Ballot?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
For the award session?
I need to, okay, wait.
Okay. Take your time before we hear the result. I would like to hear some comment first from our guests. Sena, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Now, Sena, do you have any comment for our meeting today?
I think this is my first time joining this club actually, and this is very nice because some people learn and some people speak, and I really see people spread very positive vibes here. So I think that's very good for a club thing. So that's all. And sorry for coming late because I have another appointment in when sorry somebody asked me to present.
Table topics. That's okay. That's okay. You can come again and join table topic section later on.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
Sena. Thank you for joining us today. And maybe Fika, do you want to say something? Any comment?
Yeah, I think this club is great, amazing. Everyone speaks English fluently, and yeah, I plan to be a member of this. Yeah.
Yeah, we are happy to welcome you to our family of Toastmasters family because Toastmaster is the best place for you to learn about communication. Okay, you can practice your communication skill in Toastmasters, even though it said where leaders are made, but in my opinion, Toastmasters is where effective communicators are made. Okay, thank you, Fika. From Glenn, maybe you have something to say, Glenn? I think Glenn's still driving. Safe drive. All right. Okay. And Toastmaster Koirul already prepare for the award and he got the result already. All right, Toastmaster Koirul, floor is yours.
For sure. Thank you. So I would like to share my screen first. Right. So, a moment. Sorry for the noise behind. Right. For the most the favorite prepared speech speaker, the award goes to Toastmaster Lisa, our beloved Madam VPE. Congratulations to you. Right. I'm sorry that the order is not correct. So first it should be the table topic, but now is the most favorite table topic speaker. And the award goes to, it's someone from far away from Malaysia, Toastmaster Ravin. Wait, it doesn't work. Congratulations to you, to both of you, Toastmaster Lisa and Toastmaster Ravin. And the last one is the evaluator, the favorite evaluator. As I mentioned earlier, it's tied, and I cannot say that the most favorite one because there are two people voted as the most favorite evaluator. So the first one is Me myself. I don't know why.
Congratulations.
Thank you for the
Congratulations
support
to
for me.
you.
Congratulations.
And then the last one, the other favorite evaluator is none other than Toastmaster Lutfi. Thank you very much for joining our club and evaluating our speakers for today. And by this, I'll give the control back to you, Tom.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Koirul. Okay. I think we still have time. Like it's 3:47, and we have our area director here. Our area director, Toastmaster Purwanto. Do you have any announcement?
Yeah, actually, not only announcement, because we have like announcements. First, stay tuned until tomorrow because we will have our next leader announced tomorrow. And for the president and VPE, you have the right to vote for the division director and also for the CGE. So don't forget to come to the DCM. And for the division contest, so we will conduct on 18 April. Don't forget to come and see our contestant. And also for the district level contest, we will conduct it 28 May to 30 May. So there will be online conference for the guests. If you join us, you may be experience meeting many people in our district 87. So it's like, I don't know, we have like 100 clubs, so maybe like 2,000 people. I don't know, but it will be a good experience. So don't forget to join Surabaya Heroes as a member and take many benefit from it. Thank you. I think that's all from me. Back to Tom.
Thank you, AD. So this year we will have an online conference, yeah? Not only
Yes.
the contest, but also the conference.
That's true.
Wow. This one is the first time ever we have online conference, and I cannot wait for that. Okay, now thank you, AD. And for from our club, I just want to remind the member for renewal. Don't forget with that one, renewal members. And also we will have an exciting event on April 10. So wait for the next information because this one is actually a joint event with our sister club. So you will have H&H joint event. Okay. This one will be a blast event. So stay tuned. Keep on checking our Instagram account because we will post the information there. Okay. And I think that's all from me. Okay, so Toastmaster Purwanto asking about spoiler. Well, I only can say it's H&H. Okay. It's an H&H. And we will have a great event later on. Okay, you want to guess? Well, actually, you can unmute yourself. And I also open this floor because we still have like 5 minutes. 5 minutes before I close the meeting. Probably from our fellow Toastmasters from Medan, from Kota Kinabalu, maybe want to share something
All right.
with us.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the evening. Ravin here from Kuala Lumpur at this point of time. It has been a privilege to be with you on this Saturday afternoon. I see each and every one of you as very dynamic and eloquent speakers. I see quality in each and every one of you. To me, the meeting was immaculate, the way it was conducted, very timely passing over of the baton from one speaker to another. Table Topic Master did an excellent job with fantastic topics, which are easily discussable in my opinion. Did not put anyone in the spot. The speeches were fantastic. I liked Lisa's specialty occasion speech, very well delivered. And so to the other speakers. The best of all, the cream de la cream is the general evaluator, a very smooth flow of the complete proceedings. So all in all, I'm glad I spent my 2 hours here this afternoon. If one small little improvement I may suggest, you may consider having a table topic sessions evaluator. I say may, not an absolute must. In the clubs that I come from, that I go to, we have a table topic evaluator. It gives an opportunity for one more evaluation, plus we benefit from somebody else's feedback, because normally we can't see our own handicap and shortfalls, so it's good to have that. But it's not an absolute must. It's not a do or die thing. As it is, it's a fantastic need. Next time around, even if I have to pay, I wouldn't mind. Thank you, and back to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravin. Thank you for the feedback. Yes, it's our pleasure to have you also here. Okay, thank you. Medan, Toastmaster Angelica, maybe you have something to share with us? No? Yes?
Maybe I just share about my own club. So I'm from Phoenix Toastmaster Club in Medan, and we usually conduct our meeting every second and fourth week on Friday. So on Friday, every second and fourth week of the month. So our next meeting, if you want to meet me again, it will be on the 9th April 2021. It's on 7 p.m. GMT 7. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Angelica. So if Surabaya Heroes is every second and fourth Saturday, while Phoenix is on the Friday, second and fourth Friday. Okay, great, thank you. From Eagle, maybe? Eddie?
Okay, for the announcement from Eagle, I think the same, like our meeting on the 2nd and the 4th, but Thursday. So if you
Okay.
want to go on in a row, Thursday, Friday, and Surabaya Heroes, that's a good choice. So it's like win-win solution for all of us.
Yes, and I will add again. So from Thursday, you go to Eagle Toastmasters. Friday, you go to Phoenix Toastmasters. Saturday, you go to Surabaya Heroes. And on Sunday, you can go to Bhinneka Toastmasters. So you can go clubbing every day, and you are welcome to any clubs in Toastmasters. Okay, great. And then from Malang, maybe from our fellow Toastmasters from Malang, fellow members, is the president still here? No, but we have Toastmaster Lita. You want to share something? No? No, okay. If there's no more information from our fellow Toastmasters, I would like to say thank you to our fellow Toastmasters also again from Medan, from Kota Kinabalu, Toastmaster Sarafin already left, and then from Malang also already helped us. We have from Bali, Toastmaster Chandra, and also Toastmaster Lufti before from Bhinneka Toastmasters Club. It's a great meeting this afternoon. I'm so happy we could have guests. We have Antasena, we have Glenn, and also we have Haris. Hopefully, all of you can join us again on April 10th on the special event. And by that, as the president of Surabaya Heroes Toastmasters Club, club number 2928105, I officially close this meeting.